Hey, good evening, everyone. All right, today is the 16th of June, 2024. It is around 9:16 p.m. in the evening. Okay, it's for week number 25. Okay, we are almost coming to a middle of the year already. Okay, so let's just quickly go back through what we have for last week. Last week we were kind of bearish against all the pairs, all right? Bearish against all the pair because we are saying that US dollar may take a rise. And I think it's, as you can see, market really follow as per the, what we expected. All right, we got a few a few really good move, right? Especially like on gold and silver. Right. Okay. And now we also have one trade on the German DAX as well. We have a very good run to the downside. Okay. Anyway, looking forward. All right. We have this coming week, we will be having quite a bit of item, especially on those euro and other currency. Okay, you can see we have Aussie. All right, it's nothing really to do with the US dollars, but we have a Aussie rate decision. We have CHF items, right, rate decision. Right, we also have a British pound rate decision. Right, so we have quite a lot of items. So we got three other major currency rate decision, and we also got a lot of PMI will be coming out. So as you can see from here, Monday will be a little bit slow, but from Tuesday onward, market will start to market will start to pick up the momentum or momentum of volatility, right? So please be careful on that. All right, so these are the item on them. So you can roughly you already know which are the one that going to move big. Okay, so let's start with the analysis together. First of all, let's start with the British pound. Okay, last week we were kind of like looking at the British pound. Let me refer back. We are kind of like slightly bearish on the British pound. So it's turned out to be quite true. All right, so hang on. Okay. I got a few more people joining. Let me add them in. Wait just a minute. Let these ladies and gentlemen join first. Okay, so we were last week. Remember, we were having this two event in one day. The first event was CPI data of the US, right? After that, the data of course, is the Federal Reserve speeches and stuff like that. So the market really market maker rather. They really use this kind of like a news events to really whip a lot of people out. So let me show how they did, right? Because of the CPI data come in quite lower than expected. So the flow is like this. Okay, CPI data is low. That means the inflation is kind of lower than expectation, right? So the Federal Reserve have more reason for them to cut the rate. So if they cut the rate, of course, economy will be simulators, kind of stuff like that. So because of that data, right, the market on that particular night, the earlier part of the night, you see market really runs up really pretty nice, right? You can see the market was really runs up pretty nice. But okay, of course, later when the Federal Reserve come, he thought a little bit become more he become more hawkish. So he wasn't really say so much about cutting the rate, right? So the more is more like he's saying like, oh, I want to see how first, right? So what happened? The market from the top going up, the market go back lower. So you see, in the end of the day, what happened was that because of this two event, yeah, just give me a minute. Because of this two event, what happened was the market have a very big stop hunting move here. So I think that was a very triggering sign as well. We rarely have the kind of stop hunting move, rarely have that, right? So it's like I think something quite similar to something like this. I mean, of course, we can argue that it is or it is not, but quite similar in my opinion. So because of that market, since that market really dropped, you see anybody that who bought because of this price action is so bullish, you see what happened? All of them are trapped already, right? So what you can see here, they even go lower. So from here, we can see that the market is kind of showing further weakness in my opinion. All right, so I'm slightly bearish on, slightly bearish on British pound. Okay, why am I going through all this thing to explain to you? Because I want you guys to have we all have a general direction that what the market is going to do. So I think market is likely to go lower in the coming week, in my opinion. All right. So I'm slightly bearish on them. Resistance 1.274, 1.28, important, 1.285. Support 1.265, 1.263, and 1.26. 1.26 is the important support. So not really that bullish on them at all. Okay. Okay. Another one is Euro. Euro is of course worse. Okay. Euro, it have been going that way for quite a while. All right. Hang on. Let them load up first. Okay, euro is worse because of the, because they lost big in the recent European parliamentary election. So I think it's a very telling sign the market will likely to go a bit lower as well. All right, so you can see we have a very big sort of like a swing on the last Wednesday as well. Same thing. They all have the same, same so-called like a pattern, right? So they have a very big move on the last Wednesday, right? So what happened was the market have become, this level have become a very good resistance. So I don't really think market will likely to go here and break this up anytime soon. Okay, so of course, doesn't mean that market will not go here first. That market can go back here, but it will be very hard. Okay, I repeat, it will be very hard for trade for the market to break this level strongly. We are talking about 1.085 to 1.09, this kind of level. All right, so it is better to stay on the short side still. So, stay on the short side on that. Okay, resistance. So I'm slightly bearish as well. Resistance 1.074, 1.076, 1.08, and 1.088, and support 1.0669, 1.0626, and 1.06. 1.06 is an important level. So you roughly have a so-called rough figure already on them, okay? Because the market on everything against US dollar is likely to go lower. Okay, that means US dollar will apparently go stronger. Okay, all right, so let's move on. Okay, among this all, Aussie is one of the not so bad looking one in my opinion. Okay, so Aussie is so far the previous two is slightly bearish one. I think this guy is neutral in my opinion. All right, okay, just to backtrack a little bit. All right, among these two that I have covered so far, I am bearish on euro. So it's mean euro will be my first recommended pair on the short side. Okay. Also, you can see last Thursday, you can see Aussie also something similar. You can see we have a very strong volume. All right, we have a very strong volume. So I think the market will have a very good resistance around this region really. So I'm talking about somewhere here. So we're talking about somewhere around 0.67, this kind of region. So we can put it this way. As long as market could not break this, I think market will likely to lower from there. Okay, so among the three that I have covered so far, Aussie is the not so bad one. Okay, so you can choose the other before the previous two to short it down. Okay, so Aussie is slightly neutral, resistance 0.663, 0.666, 0.669, support 0.658, important 0.656, and 0.652. All right, New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand, I have to say that I think the market, this one is, even though the arrow going that way, I don't color anything. It's mean we are just more like showing where the market is going only. I'm not bullish nor bearish either. Okay, so I think the New Zealand also similar pattern like the rest of them. All right, you can see there's a very strong volume coming in on last Wednesday. Right, hang on a minute. Okay. Last Wednesday, you can see there was a very strong volume coming into sort of like a, stopping volume. So I think from the market are likely to go lower. So as long as this 0.62 level is not broken strongly on the upside, I think market are likely to go lower. Okay, so this is what is happening, guys. So try not to put it this way, try not to long unnecessarily first. Okay, hang on a minute. All right, gold. Okay, what is happening to gold? Gold is, I have to put it straight up. I am neutral at this moment. I think they are trying hard not to go down lower. All right, so I think I'm kind of like neutral. From the retail trader point of view, retail percentage point of view, they are minus 61. Okay, for the past few instrument, I didn't mention about any retail number because they wasn't so high or so low at all. They are more like a normal, so nothing so extreme, put it this way. You see on the last Friday, market really come back to retest this region. So what really happened is that they are just coming back to resist the level only. So I think market anytime can drop lower in my opinion. I think we are talking about 2350 to 2375, this kind of level. Okay, so this level will act as a very strong resistance. And if let's say they can only break level break that level, then we have a chance. If not, I think market will likely to go lower from there. So I'm neutral or slightly bearish at this moment. Leave it as it is. Okay, not so concerned. Okay, all right. So resistance 2.34K. 2.37K and 2.4K. Support 2.295K, 2.275K, and 2.270K. Okay, all right. So I'm more of a neutral kind of thing on this guy. Okay. All right. But silver, I'm quite expecting market to go lower in my opinion. I don't really think silver right now is a bottoming condition in my opinion. Silver better don't buy at this moment. Okay, I think they will have a one big flush before, even if they want to go higher. So that means instead of go up this way, let's say silver is supposed to be bullish, yeah. Instead of going like this way, they want to do some big flush before they go up higher. So we don't want to get in the condition whereby we have a very big drawdown or stop out our position. So I would suggest not to buy silver at all. Okay, so it's better to go to the very strong support level, this kind of stuff first. So I'm neutral or slightly bearish on silver. Resistant 28.65, sorry, 29.65, 30, 31.5, support 28.7, 27.7, and 26.8. Okay, so far I have one recommendation only, which is euro on the sell side. Okay, so let's continue. Another one is US dollar. Okay, we can have anytime the Canadian become very, very stronger again. If the Canadian become very stronger like this, that means as Canadian can go a lot lower. Okay, you don't have to be like short US dollar Canadian because US dollar may be strong. So you can choose something like Euro Canadian short, or you can choose the British pound Canadian short even, I mean, either one of them. But what I'm saying is as long as Canadian on the back, I think the market will likely to drop lower soon. Okay, will we see next week or not? Possible. Of course, we can't be so sure, but it's likely to be possible. I think the nearest support that I can think of is here. All right. Of course, the moment it break lower, I mean, we have more things to come ready. Okay, so we don't talk about anything so far yet. We talk about something quite near first. I think market can sooner or later can retest around 1.368 region. So Canadian short is my second recommended pair. Okay, I don't say US dollar Canadian can be some other Canadian pair as well. All right, but as long as Canadian at the back, stay on the short side. So resistance 1.376, 1.38, 1.385. Support 1.371, 1.365, and 1.362. Okay, go further. Another one is US dollar CHF. Okay, US dollar CHF was something similar, also quite bearish. Resistance 0.895, 0.9, 0.908. Support 0.886, 0.882, and 0.878. Okay, another one is US dollar JPY. All right, US dollar JPY. Unfortunately, I have been waiting. I have been waiting this guy to go down lower, but it's not happening yet. But anyway, last Friday we have they used the BOJ announcement to whip those people out, and hopefully this will become the so-called swing level. So from there, I hope market will likely to go lower. So number one, we don't add position because we already have it ready. So let's see whether market will unfold further or not. Okay, so I'm neutral. Let the market go lower first. Resistance 158.1, 159, and 160. Support 156, 155.7, and 154.6. Okay. All right. Another one is US market. Okay, US market. All right. Okay, US market, we are slightly bearish on them as well. Okay, just want to keep you in mind. Looks like I think the stock market might be unfolding to the downside soon, really. Okay, you can start to see German DAX already have a very big down last week, and the rest of the market also kind of more or less down, except the S&P, right? So I think it might be the case as well. So I am kind of like expecting market to happen to that matter. So if you're talking about some stocks, maybe, I mean, of course, you will check with Zoe a little bit more, but I think we might have some bearish case scenario coming in. So it's a bit more favorable to short side than long side, put it this way. Okay. So resistance 38.7, 39, 39.2. Support 38.2, 38, and 37.7. You remember we have been mentioning that June and July will be, I mean, the rest of the June and July will be will be quite tricky on the market, right? Will be quite tricky on the market. I think the market will likely to drop. So I think put it this way, the narrative is that I think they will use June, July to let the market drop. Okay. July to let the market drop. I think by July rate decision, they might do the surprise rate cut. Okay, originally they already kind of like, I would say agree on, or expected that September they will cut the rate. Okay, so, if let's say the narrative fit in nicely, the July, they might do a surprise rate cut. So before that, there must be a fire first, lah, right? You cannot have a fireman to come in until there's fire, right? So now they're waiting for fire to get bigger, all right? All right, anyway. So honky, I'm waiting as well. I think I would like to wait around 17,500 region. Let's see how is it. Then let's see whether we can long from there or not. No hurry. We're having patiently waiting, which is very, very probably this is a right decision. You see, we have been patiently waiting. We didn't fall for this. We didn't fall for this either, right? So we just patiently wait. We'll go for another round. Okay. So you also know we have been mentioning about this, right? I'm expecting July, August will have some bullish case scenario. So until then, I won't be so rushed to buy in Hong Kong Indians or China market in particular. So patiently waiting for them. Okay. So Hong Kong as well, same. Resistance 18K, 18.4, 18.7. Support 17.67, 17.5, and 17.4K. All right. So another one is German DAX. Okay. All right, Jamandes, we have a good run. Okay. But when I look at my trade, right, it wasn't really such a good entry actually. We shorted it here, remember? And we have a bit of drawdown there, but we of course we eventually hit our TP lah. But the better place should have been, or of course after it's done it's clearer, but better place should have been we should have shot somewhere around here. So that was a very good resistance, and from there market will go back lower. I think market will continue so. All right, we can look for another round of sell. Market will continue so to what I think 17.8 this kind of region. All right, so German index is also very bearish. I think market will likely to have I think German will have some. This region will do some break first, in my opinion. So resistance 18.1, 18.4, and 18.6. Support 17.8. 17.7 and 17.4. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay. So far, I have only have two recommendations. Euro on the sell side and Canadian pair on the sell side as well. Okay. So, well, so many shots. Okay. Another one. Let's continue. WTI. Okay, WTI, I don't think market will immediately go past this level for now. I think my market will likely to pull back, in my opinion. You can see on the past few days, you can see all the pin bars showing up ready. So that's the reason why I'm neutral. Resistance 62.6, 63.9, 65. Support 60.6, 59.7, and 58. Okay. All right. The other three brothers, soybean now, all these guys, hang on. All these guys are more or less neutral or slightly bearish at this moment. Corn, wheat, and soybean. All right, so let the market go lower first. I don't want to really go through on them at the moment because all of them roughly the same. All right, let them go lower a little bit more. All right, so soybean, wheat is the same. Corn, okay, corn also the same, right? I will let the market to go a little bit go lower first. So no hurry to long on them at all. Okay, BTC, Bitcoin. Remember, I mentioned, I think a few days back, I was telling that, hey, BTC might be going to 65K level, right? So see what happened 2 days ago. They really have a nice touch on the 65K level. So, our expectation sort of came true. Okay, going forward, there's some minor bullish case going on the BTC at the moment, or crypto in general. You can see here, all right, we have a you see that three triple top. Okay, of course market can broke up higher, but we have a bit of bullish case scenario going up. Okay, it will even go even more bullish if the market manage to push this guy higher. Okay, so I won't be so bearish on crypto right now. I think we will do some sort of bounce to this region first, then we will decide whether will market go up from here or not. Okay, but this going to this level is likely possible first. 68K level. All right, so I'm neutral. Neutral at the moment. I'm no longer the bearish. Let's see how it's going. If you want to short again, I think wait from here will be the better level of level in my opinion. So if you are holding any shorts, maybe take some profit. All right. and wait for another round of short will be the better words in my opinion. Resistance 67, 68, and 69. Support 65, 62.9, and 60.5. I repeat, Bitcoin is not 100% bullish either. All right. It just had a bit of like maybe taking a break, brief, and market might go back down lower as well. Because why? Bitcoin have a lot of overhead resistance awaiting. So they may have a hard time breaking them up. Okay. So just taking a break from the short. Okay. They may continue soon. Okay. So next guess, last but not least, next guess. All right, next guess, we are kind of like warning you guys that, hey guys, careful on this. If you go back and watch my previous video, and it turned out to be true. They just trip everybody and trap everybody. Then after that, they go lower. I think the pullback is not really over. I think they were likely to go lower first. I think they were likely to go 2.7 region. So don't buy at all at this moment. All right. So I think resistance 2.579, 2.7 important level, and 2.8. Sorry, I repeat, resistant is 2 hang on, I got it wrong, right? Okay, I got it wrong. Resistance is 2.88. All right, another one is 3.0. All right, so this is two resistant, and support is 2.7, 2.58, and 2.5. Okay, so these are the level that you need to check upon. Anyway, I'm kind of like slightly bearish on them. Okay, so just have a quick recap, gentlemen. Okay. Let me take a look at Coca in a while. Just have a quick recap. So far, I think the market is priming for quite a bit of risk-off environment. Okay, when risk-off happen, I mean, not only those Euro, British Pound, Aussie, New Zealand, they drop. All right, those that like those C-Asia pairs lah, JPY pairs lah, Canadian pair lah, especially C-Asia and JPY. This kind of pair can drop as well, because what do we mean by this kind of pair can drop? That means C-Asia got stronger and JPY got stronger. You got what I mean? So that's to show that if this thing happen, not only these guys are dropping, and also this kind of pairs are dropping, that means we will have across the board market weakness. So we can have a stock market drop as well. So I think going forward until the end of this month, of course, next week we have to see one more time again. I have a bit of a feeling that I think market is going for a pullback. Okay, end of June and July, because I think the narrative, like I said, the narrative have been going on. I think that they want the market to drop so that Federal Reserve can cut, and everybody will clap and happily ever after. Like I said, what for the firemen to show up when there is no fire yet, right? So they want the fire to appear first. So please be careful. Next 2 weeks, I think, going to be exciting in my opinion. All right. So far, I have two recommendations. First one is Euro on the sell side. I mean, does it have to be Euro US dollar? But as long as Euro in the front, I think it's better to sell. Another one is a Canadian pair. All right. Canadian pair, I think, is also quite US Canadian pair will be quite weak. I mean, Canadian pair quite weak mean Canadian can be quite strong. You got what I mean on that. All right. I already explained to you why so already.